Please welcome, making his way to the red corner, all the way from the United States of America, Jake Murphy.
Jake Murphy, who trains out of Jackson's MMA in Albuquerque with Greg Jackson. A striking contrast between his amateur career and his pro career. As an amateur, he finished every opponent in the first round, going 5-0. But all of his pro fights to date have gone the distance, aside from his pro debut, which was ruled a no contest after a cut caused by an accidental headbutt. And he has been engaging in a Twitter war with his opponent tonight, David Round, Pierre.
Mike, it was no more evident than at the weigh-in when they did the face-off. It was more like a head-to-head, two Rams, put them in the pen, and just to dominate, prove their superiority over each other. And it's going to, hopefully it translates here in the cage.
Jake Murphy quoted as saying about David Round, he's a gimmick. He's got the colourful mohawk and the tattoos, but no real background or skill. I just fought a 3-time UFC vet. Why would I be scared of a Welsh kid with a 500 record? Then he went on Twitter and said you can casually find Round on Twitter, tweeting quotes from the notebook to his girlfriend or calling me an arse clown. In his spare time he enjoys painting his toenails and dyeing his mohawk different colours. I don't know where he finds the time to train. Busy guy. So certainly a war of words on Twitter between Jake Murphy and David Round. Murphy, of course, who went at home in Chicago, trains at Gilbert Grappling under Danny Gilbert, spent 7 weeks in Albuquerque at Jackson's training in preparation for this fight.
And now, making his way to the blue corner, ladies and gentlemen, from Pembrokeshire in Wales, David, one more round.
David, one more round from Newport MMA and the G4 Gym MMA. Brings in a record of 7-5. All of his wins are by first round stoppage, 5 TKOs and 1 submission. Actually began his fighting career at welterweight, now cuts down to lightweight, played rugby for 14 years and said, I was always a bit of a brawler on the pitch, so I tried my hand at this where I won't be getting into trouble or getting banned for fighting. A little bit more on that Twitter war that exploded between Round and Murphy. Round said on Twitter of Murphy, I've watched a couple of his fights and he's just jab, jab, shoot, and then lies on you like a wet blanket. That's all he does. Fair assessment, Pierre?
I don't want to comment on that because both fighters could probably strangle me up. But no, what I like is I like that type of backstory because hopefully it translates, like I said, into the cage.
The pure wrestler is Jake Murphy. He actually wrestled for Purdue University, the alma mater of fellow MMA fighters John Fitch and Jake O'Brien. Graduated in 2010, did Murphy, with a degree in building construction management. David Round in the cage once again here at BAMMA. This one will be good. Hopefully the war of words can turn into a real war here in the cage.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Lonsdale, in association with GoDaddy.com and BAMMA 9, present for your entertainment a lightweight contest featuring 3 5-minute rounds of MMA action. Your referee is the third man in the cage, introducing Mark Woodard. Ladies and gentlemen, firstly, fighting out of the red corner, his official weight for this contest, 155 pounds, 8 ounces. He brings to the ring a perfect record of 2 visits with 2 victories. Ladies and gentlemen, from Chicago Heights, the United States of America, would you please welcome Jake Murphy. And across the ring stands his opponent. This evening, fighting out of the blue corner, his official weight for this bout, 155 pounds, 8 ounces. 12 visits to the ring, 7 victories, all of which have been finished inside the scheduled distance with 5 defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, from Pembrokeshire in Wales, would you please welcome David one more round. This is a lightweight contest. 3 5-minute rounds of MMA action.
Raring to go here. And did you see David Round prowling back and forth in his corner during those introductions? Never once did he take his eyes off Jake Murphy.
Are you ready? Fight!
Michael Chavello, Pierre Guillet with you, BAMMA 9. It is Murphy versus Round.
In the States, this is what you would call a fight for bragging rights.
The wrestler goes for the takedown and gets it early as predicted. Now, will he do indeed lie on top of him like a wet blanket, as David Round says he does? And you know Round would have trained for this situation, Pierre.
The key to this is keeping that distance. Unfortunately, it didn't work well in the very opening stanza of this first round. He needs to keep it long and try to catch him on his way in. Circling. Don't stay straight in front of Murphy as he comes in for the shot.
Jake Murphy, tremendously strong individual, says he spends every day sparring Zuffa employees. Ooh, nice shot to the side of the head off the right. He's looking to sink a choke here, having taken the back already inside of 45 seconds of this opening round. Wrist control here from David Round.
Now Murphy only has one hook set in. He's just riding the back, looking for a possible ankle pick on the backside. However, opts to go for arm control. Straight into mount position. Beautiful transition there by one Jake Murphy.
Full mount achieved in just about a minute of the opening round. Great positional work from Murphy early on. Walking the cage here is Round. Murphy low, tight, squeezing. This is solid work from the American. Reversal though from David Round. Murphy looks to get the back again. Can he try and sink a guillotine from this position perhaps?
Hits the cradle, driving one more round straight back to the mat. This is exactly where Murphy wants this fight, on the ground.
Look at those right hands, Pierre, coming in with strength just above the right ear of Round. Got the back again, he's going to ride him. Ooh, that was hard.
Don't know how technical that was, but it was definitely exciting.
It looked good. Side control position here for Jake Murphy. Not a position that David Round wants to be in against a wrestler of the credentials of Jake Murphy.
Murphy's essentially getting something for nothing. He's making Round carry his weight early on in this first round, and that just tires you out. And as we get into the second and third, you may see effects of that in fatigue and just, you know, muscle failure.
There's a cut on the hairline of David Round, perhaps courtesy of these filleting elbows off the right arm of Jake Murphy. Throws the legs up, does David Round. Couldn't find anything. Wears a right hand to the orbital, then one to the schnoggin. Solid ground and pound. Or should I say ground and round by Jake Murphy here in the first.
I tell you what, Jake Murphy is the most violent wet blanket I've ever seen. I don't want to stay warm with that.
Inside the closed guard and again gets hammered with those right elbows. Now opens up the guard, does David Round. Blood just trickling out of that cut on the hairline just above the right eye of Round.
Now Round did have that one reversal, but unable to get back to his feet, and that's where he needs this fight, because Jake Murphy is just closing it down. Very good base, giving no room, and he's able to throw the shots at will.
Murphy looking to be in control here again from inside the closed guard. Gets off the right hand. We've got 1 minute 35 remaining here in the first round. It's been all one-way traffic to the American Jake Murphy. Back to side control here for Murphy, and now the blood really starting to flow. It's a horror movie here for David Round. He's cut wide open, Pierre.
Yep, and that's going to affect his vision. Vision you need when you're in the ring, or excuse me, the cage with one Jake Murphy. Now, what does that do to him mentally? Is that going to affect him? Don't know. We'll have to wait to see the second round.
Oh, wow. Somebody call the Red Cross. He is bleeding everywhere, David Round. And you know Murphy is a nasty fighter. He will continue to go to work opening up that cut on Round.
And that's what a veteran fighter will do. You find a weakness and you exploit that. He's doing a very, very good job. He's put himself a nice step over there, straight into full mount there by one Jake Murphy.
Oh, good elbow again between the eyes of Round. Blood all over the right elbow and forearm here of Jake Murphy, and just oozing down the side of the face of David Round.
Now, the good thing about elbows is you don't really need a lot of room to throw that. And you can get those cuts. Even if it doesn't knock them out, it's going to affect them.
David Round absolutely being punished here with 30 seconds remaining in the opening round. Just trying to control the posture here of Jake Murphy and not allow Murphy to posture up and work those elbows. Now Murphy takes the back. He's done it several times in this opening round, and Round's got nowhere to go. Final 10 seconds. Murphy still putting in the work here. Reverse hammer fist strike. Looking to try and sink a choke. No, reverse elbows now to that damaged side of the head. And David Round is battered, is bloodied, is cut. But he walks back to his corner. Hopefully with plenty left in the tank. What a round for Jake Murphy, Pierre.
Definitely the round goes to Murphy. However, did you see how quickly Round jumped up? And that's a mental thing. Never want to let your opponent see you being weak, because they can feed off of that. Round jumped up, walked back to his corner, and if I'm his corner, I'm saying get on that jab, look to sprawl. Don't stay straight in front of him, because like I said, straight lines are a bad thing for Round, especially against a seasoned, a veteran such as Jake Murphy.
Let's go, seconds away, let's go. Get him out, Sam.
Referee Mark Woodard to get us underway in the second round. First round was utter domination from Jake Murphy. He emerges from his corner first, does the American, glances across the ring at David Round. And Round not looking as confident as he did on his walk out to the ring. Let's see how the corner went to town on that cut so far. They've vested up quite well. Outside thigh kick there from Murphy. Now Round's got to try and keep this on its feet. He's got to use his reach advantage here, Pierre.
Oh, big shots there by Murphy. Now, in a turn of tables, however, maybe not the smartest thing by Round trying to take down a Purdue wrestler. Jake Murphy connected with the whizzer.
Just slid down the back with that takedown, did Jake Murphy. They scramble back in front of our commentary position, north-south here.
Now look at the chin control by Jake Round. That's a very smart move on him. Not a lap saying that. Murphy pops out and up. And now he's going to be probably working for maybe a banana split, possibly. I can't tell if he's got the other leg laced up.
That blood is just spewing again out of the forehead here of David Round. And it's early in this round to be cut this wide open. And Jake Murphy can do all sorts of damage from here. He takes the back, as he did 3 times in the opening. And now he looks to sink the finish, to find the submission. Can he find it here early in the second, Pierre?
Very possibly. Again, he's getting something for nothing. Anytime he's in a dominant position, he's making Round carry that weight. Round has to get back to his feet.
David Round with nowhere to go. Beautiful elbows again. Cleanly connecting off the right arm, the power arm of Jake Murphy. Referee Mark Woodward keeping a close eye on it here. Flattens him out again. That's it. Good night, Irene. Jake Murphy submits David Round in the second round. After all the smack talk, after all the social networking wars, Murphy did it quite easily here.
Looked very dominant. He ended the bout with a forearm choke, really Superman him out. There was just nowhere for Round to go other than the tap out. Now, Mike, what surprised me is the fact that Round tried to shoot in
a double leg early in the second round. What was up with that, Pierre?
I don't know. If I'm his corner, I would have been holding my head and just looking down to the ground like, why? Keep it on the feet, keep it long, cut the angles, don't stay in front of Jake Murphy.
That certainly was the cardinal mistake that he made in the second. Engaging in a double leg takedown against, as you said, a Purdue wrestler like Jake Murphy. Let's put it into the history books here at BAMMA 9.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. After 1 minute 40 seconds of round number 2, our referee Mark Woodard stops the contest, a rear naked choke submission. Therefore, our winner from the red corner, Jake Murphy.